He actually got his left nutsack before he got his legs. I don't care.
He doesn't have a penis. Yo, today we have Dororo, the greatest get back in anime. I was gonna watch this anime sometime, but I have too much shows to watch, so let's see what's up.
Brother. When you think of characters who just went through hell and suffered the most, a couple of characters are immediately at the top of that list. Like my dog Guts, Subaru, and probably that guy from SpongeBob with glass bones and paper skin. But a character.
Also, let's go Nico Robin. Give me Sanji. Give me... That's all I got.
Character which I am so mad that not a lot of people knows about is Hyakimaru from Dororo. Man's had the worst circumstances from birth I have ever heard of. Let me explain to you just how bad Hyakimaru had it from birth. Hyakimaru's father is a feudal lord, which is great, but his land, it sucks, bro. He can't grow nothing. He can't get no rain anywhere. Bro, it's just the worst. So bro decides to make a deal with these 12 demons, offering up his firstborn son. Mind you, they told him his son's gonna have a horrible life, if any at...
That's not fair. All these kids in the village, and you're gonna offer your son? That's not fair. Offer the second one. Make a, like, you know what I'm saying? Just don't make a second one. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you're not thinking. You're not thinking.
But bro just wanted to make some bread. Anywho, some time passes and his land is thriving. But it's time for the birth of his first son. And if you want to call him a baby, go ahead. I don't know what that is. This kid was born with no limbs, no ears or anything, and no skin. Bro came to look and was flabbergasted at what he was holding. He didn't want this kid, so he was like, hey bro, throw this nigga down the river. And so that's what they did. But luckily for him...
Why are you keeping it alive? Why are you going to let this poor innocent soul live like this? I ain't gonna lie, bro. You might want to chuck that into the ocean and let the sharks handle it. I ain't gonna lie.
Hyakimaru, he was picked up, raised, and given swords for arms. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the start of the greatest get back in anime history. The first demon he runs up on is this nasty sludge monster who gobbled a dude like an asshole.
Hey, yo.
It's also where we meet this kid, Dororo, which Hyakimaru ended up saving. Anywho, bro pulled out the blades and immediately started squabbling. That shit was on sight. He cut the pillars of the bridge that the demon was fighting him on and made its nasty ass crumble. No cookies. Now a quick reminder that Hyakimaru is blind as fuck because the demons not only...
Oh yeah, he doesn't have eyes. Oh. I ain't gonna lie. Can't do it. I'm not being defeated by a blind person unless they're a daredevil.
Took his eyes, ears, and nose and all that other stuff, but they also took his senses. So bro can't taste, hear, feel, or see anything, but he can see somebody's aura and determine whether they're evil or not. And after killing that demon, he gained his skin back. After realizing that, bro said it's on sight with any other demons he run into. And the next demon that he ran into was...
Orochimaru.
Is that Envy from FMA?
Oh, I was going with Orochimaru, but you know what I'm saying? Another good pull, another good pull.
Hey, either way, it doesn't matter what kind of demon it is. Cause bro immediately squared up to fight it. Man was jumping on the walls like Spider-Man. And even though he got hit, bro wasn't flinching. And Dororo was confused at this. Until the old man told her, hey, yeah, bro, this nigga can't feel anything. By the way, this is the person that raised Hyakimaru. This old swordsman. Anywho, he got close to the thing and slashed its eyes out. But as he goes to attack...
Question. I know you can hear without your ears, but if he's blind too, how did the blind teach the blind how to use a sword that involves your eyes? That kind of just, the cycle doesn't seem to like click for me. I don't know.
This fucking simp decides to throw a drape on this man. What? Does that look like a lady to you? Anywho, it hauls ass, so Hyakimaru chases after it. Meanwhile, the other two looks at the dude and are like, what the hell wrong with you? Letting that thing get away? Look at this nigga's face, bruh. Like, you just know you fucked up and should get smacked with the 2,000 hammer blows and have wasabi shoved up your nose for this egregious act. Anyways, bruh, Hyakimaru chases it into a bamboo forest, which bro ended up getting pinned with some bamboo. The demon lurks on top of this dude, ready to end his attacker, but bro got distracted by the sound of a bell. made by this big-headed ass spirit. And that was enough
That's a
time for
thumb.
Hyakimaru to escape, leap in the air, and next thing this demon knows is he has a sword inside his forehead. And bro got sliced up.
Yikes.
Well, now we know who this lady they were talking about. It was this nigga's
Orochimaru.
started making threats.
Oh, it's the thingy that trapped the third Hokage. I'm not sure why I'm getting a bunch of Naruto references, but
So Hyakimaru stabbed him
Jesus.
between the eyes, not giving two fucks about its monologue. And look at this simp over here, bruh. Anywho, Hyakimaru ended up getting his pain receptors back from that kill.
Damn.
Unfortunate. Anywho, the next demon he runs up.
man, I get it. Getting your body back from like pain, feeling pain for the first time, and like even though you never felt it before, crazy work.
Is this dude? Nah, not him. The sword. The sword is the evil one. Anywho, they start squaring up. Hyakimaru is blocking hits, and bro decides to pull this off. Mans was really out here aura farming in the rain, bruh. The sister comes outside to plead for her brother, which is the guy wielding the sword. But from the look of this nigga's face, bro, he is gone, dog. Like, you're not getting him back. Bro tries to attack from behind, only to get
Pause.
stalled on by Hyakimaru and got cut up. The sister's all sad and shit, but Hyakimaru did what he had to do, bruh. And from that kill, Hyakimaru gained his ears back.
Oh, cool.
Hopefully go listen to that new Mouse, baby. Yes, sir. But that shit's gonna have to wait, because right now he's fighting this big-ass spider creature. What part of Australia did this thing come from? That thing got him dodged.
Question: if he killed enough demons, does he get like extra senses? Does he get like super strength? Does he get like extra hearing? Can he like does he get X-ray vision, or just have to get just enough demons to like be regular?
For his life, looking like me when I play Elden Ring, with the amount of panic dodges I somehow managed to do. That bitch trying to eat this man feet first, but ended up with a blade in its mouth instead. Hyakimaru jumps in the air and slices its head clean off,
Damn,
ending
that's
its
dope.
miserable life. His dad was not happy after that kill, cause the rain stopped. God damn it, what is this kid doing? This nigga about to send us back to the Dark Ages.
Oh.
Anyway, he ended up getting his legs back from that kill. But the next horror that this man had to face was this giant ass centipede demon. Bro tried using the bow, but that wasn't very
Damn.
effective. So he decides to get up close and personal, bringing the demon down. But like our Lord and Savior,
Random. Why are these demons just out here? You feel me? Like how they all end up in one house. Now they're all over the world, and not in the underworld. What? Am I the one who's confused, or?
Undertaker himself, this thing did not stay down, smacking the fuck out of Hyakimaru and putting him on his ass. Also, unfortunately for Hyakimaru, he is blind as fuck and literally cannot see this thing. So Dororo decides to jump on it, make a bunch of noise so Hyakimaru could know where this thing is. Ladies and gentlemen, this has to be the bravest little girl in anime I have ever seen. Because I, as a grown-ass man, would see this thing and run my ass away, bro. Like, I'm not even getting close to this. Dororo's better than me. But the centipede made a break for it and knocked her out in the process. So her plan was stupid and didn't work. The centipede's coming, and Hyakimaru's just here like... So bro gets knocked over, and he's still going. Junior Centipede hears this, because this guy's neither on the level of Senior or Sage Centipede. Anywho, he hears this man screaming and decides to attack, which Hyakimaru ended up blocking, while still screaming like a madman. Now the reason
he using echolocation.
wake up Dororo, to which she did from all his screaming.
my fault.
Helped him out by telling him where the eye is. And Hyakimaru, being the legend that he is, immediately lands a critical hit. And the centipede was going down. But don't start celebrating yet, because then another head comes out and jumps on this nigga. But turns out that was the worst mistake this thing could have made, because Hyakimaru just sliced it up from the inside. And that was the end of Baby Centipede, everybody. After all that, ladies and gentlemen, we have a nose. Now my dog can smell all the flowers he wants. If you know what I mean. Anywho, the next demon he decides to fight is in the middle of the water. But unlike Mihawk, who could push a boat with his aura alone, Hyakimaru had to use a paddle. Lame. Anywho, Mothra decides to pull up to square up against Hyakimaru. Like, bro, don't you have anything better to do, like helping Godzilla or something? Anywho, it picked him up to fly away with him. So Hyakimaru decides to set that bastard on fire, burning that nigga to ashes. And ladies and gentlemen, my dog finally grew a spine. Yo.
She didn't have a spine? Oh. Shite. How does he move? Oh my god.
These demons took everything from this dude. Dog didn't even have a spine when he was That's crazy, bro. Oh my goodness.
Damn.
Throughout all these other fights, bro never had a real spine. That is absolutely insane. Anywho, Buddy didn't have enough of the water, so he decides to fight Jeff the land shark next. Bro got his peg leg chomped on and broken, so he stabbed him in the fucking eye with it. Jeff starts jumping and running all over the place, so Hyakimaru goes to stab Central. Eventually, he gets a final stab in and digging it deep, putting Jeff out of his misery and saving everybody in Marvel Rivals the trouble of dealing with this little menace. Anywho, Hyakimaru is finally speaking. I regret to inform you guys, he's already trying to riz up this little girl.
Does he know how to talk? No offense to the people who are disabled and whatnot, but like, if you didn't know how to talk, you just know how to talk. He didn't have ears. How does he know how to talk?
And bro ended up getting his left leg from that fight, by the way.
Cool.
Next time we see him, he's fighting his younger brother, who has a fucking third eye, which is an indication that there's a demon inside of him. Now, these two ended up squabbling with this Pokemon. One got their head bitten off, the other one the back kick of doom. Even though these niggas were dead, they somehow still managed to kill this horse. But from the death of the horse, Hyakimaru gains his hand. So this man grabs some swords and start fighting his brother, while the swords are cutting his hand. By the way, this is all out of order, so I don't want to hear, "Oh my god, JP, he actually got his left nutsack before he got his legs." I don't care.
He doesn't have a penis. Oh, yeah, I understand his anger. Oh my god, he doesn't have a penis. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, no thank you. Bro, imagine getting yours back and you just have like a little, like, being. Oh, I would be perturbed. Ah, damn.
This film is out of order, so it is what it is, bruh. Anywho, dude starts squaring up with his brother, and them niggas was going band for band, fighting in the middle of a fire. And then bro starts getting flashbacks of his servants that got cooked by that horse. So he gets more mad. Bro took every single thing that Hyakimaru does as a personal offense. Mans even got mad that he was getting blood on the floor. They ended up outside arguing about whose castle it is, while that shit burns to the ground. And the brother continues yapping while fighting, saying that everything here is his, and that Hyakimaru was never here. Other than the fact that he was literally tossed out as a armless, skinless, anythingless baby. Anywho, bro's so mad, he rushes the nigga and push him off the balcony, falling down several floors. But that shit ain't stopped him from fighting. Hyakimaru cut his forehead and got the boot to the stomach special in return. They continue fighting throughout this entire big-ass house, sword swinging like madmen. And not gonna lie, bro, they are equal in power, until Hyakimaru pushes him off, some dust blind his ass, and bro almost got his head chopped off. Luckily, Hyakimaru only got the sword, and Mans was flabbergasted. He's like, "Why didn't you kill me?" And here comes Hyakimaru with the "we're not too different, you and I," saying he didn't kill him because he's human. And finally, the brothers were gonna make peace. But the last demon wasn't having this, bro. He's...
Hey, man, I'm the type of person, I finished the job.
all here for the beef and hate. So he takes over Tahomaru's body to continue squaring up. But Tahomaru was not about to go out like that. So he pulls a classic Uchiha move and literally yoinked the two eyes out to give them to Hyakimaru. Finally having his eyes and the last demon revealing his location, Hyakimaru goes to stab Central, finally getting all his body parts back. And now that he has his eyes, time to spit game at the child.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, nah. By the way, I never mentioned how much of a banger the OP is. It's made by Queen Bee, the same band who made the OP for Undead on.
No cap, bro. As soon as I started using like websites to watch anime, never listened to an opening. I don't know the One Piece opening. I don't know the Naruto opening. I don't know the Bleach opening. I don't know any opening to any anime. Thank God.
Now, before I leave, I want to let you guys know I am trapped in Omi's basement, and he said he won't let me go unless I make.
Well, that is the end of the video. All in all, am I gonna watch Dororo? For sure, one day, and maybe make a video about it on my other channel. But until I finish all the other anime I have to watch, this will be the only video I'll make on it for now. So,